entrepreneur. Ooh, yeah. I'm a businessman. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh, yeah. I'm a businessman. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert. Glad to have you. It's Friday, August 13th, and we have a great guest today. And Gilbert is on his way right now. He's having a little technical difficulties, as it would be on a Friday the 13th. That would only seem normal, right? So welcome, guys. Glad to see you. Glad to hear from you. Hope you've had a great week. Hope you've been safe. And Gilbert should be here very shortly. So tell me, my week has been pretty crazy. It's been super, super busy. Had a little sinus infection, so I'm getting over that. I think that was my warning, my body warning, telling me to relax and take it easy. And so now that's what I've done all for the rest of this, for the beginning of this week, is to take it easy. So glad you're here. We have a fantastic guest on today, Mr. Michael H. Anderson. He is the author of Urban Magic and bright, vibrant Black and Brown communities are possible. So you are in for a super, super treat today. And Michael is right now in our green room. So hello, Michael. We'll be with you as soon as Gilbert comes on so we can do our little dialogue. I don't know. He's gotten lost in cyberspace right now. A couple things. I want to say happy birthday to my brother-in-law. Today is his birthday. So he is now, not going to tell you how old he is, but we're happy that he's made another year, especially since we have been living in this interesting time of COVID. So I want to wish him a happy birthday. And before we get started, and I was hoping Gilbert would be here, I do want to share something. Sadness hit our community last week. And I want to give honor and tribute to Miss Michelle Avant. She was an executive with B of A, Bank of America, and she was the head of Global Women and Human Resources at Bank of America. So our hearts and our souls go out to her family. She was brutally murdered last Thursday, I believe it was Thursday night. And so sympathies to her family and to her children. And she will be sadly missed. She was a great warrior in our community. She sat on the board of GLAC, Greater Los Angeles African American Chamber of Commerce, as well as she was a board member of the Los Angeles Urban League and so many other amazing organizations. She was a sponsor and for the Taste of Soul. Many of you knew her, and we just want here at the Business Zone to express our hearts and our souls to her family. And so keep them in your prayers. And again, we lost someone very important to our community, someone that loved our community, was greatly involved in our community. So many prayers and blessings to her family. So just wanted to make sure we got that in as we start. Again, I'm not quite sure what's going on with my co-host. So let's see, we got a couple guests. Hey, Walleen, how are you? Great to see you as well. Glad that you tuned in. Please make sure you share. Yes, please light a candle for her family. Would be greatly appreciated. It was devastating to many of us last week that we just didn't know. You never know how. You just never know. You never know how blessed we are as people. We never know when it's going to be our last days on this planet. And but we just wanted to make sure that we live the life that God gave us and that we were destined to live and make the impact while you're here on this planet. Because you never know. Tomorrow may not be promised for you as much as we'd like to say we're going to be here forever, but it's not necessarily promised. So she did a great thing. She did many things. I always say when I live my life, I'm living in what God what God put me on this planet for. So I do the best I can while I'm here. And when that day comes, I know I've done my job. And so and when he comes to take you home, and hopefully we've all done that job. So as I'm still waiting for my co-host and he's not come in, I think I'm going to bring in my our guest today, and then we'll just kind of chit chat it up with him as Gilbert is trying to come in. So you guys are in for a treat. Today we have Mr. Michael H. Anderson. He's an licensed architect in Los Angeles, and a member of the American Institute of Architects. And let me start to bring him in. Hello, Michael. Glad to have
Hi,
you.
Crystal. How are you?
I am wonderful and so happy that you're here. So I'm going to finish reading your bio. Hopefully by that time, Gilbert will work through his Friday the 13th shenanigans with the internet.
Yeah.
It happens, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does happen. So Michael attended, he's a member of also the National Association of Minority Architects. He attended Southern California Institute of Architectural and has more than 35 years of diverse experience in architectural, urban planning, transit, and community development. He has been a design principal for projects in aviation, civic administration, education, commercial. He's just a super intelligent young man right here. And he's got this great program that he's going to talk to us about today. And also talk to us about his journey. This book, when I started it, was like all of a sudden I was able to sit at the tables right there along with him and get all of the inside information. And that's so important. You guys know that I talk about that all the time, that sitting at the table so that you'll know exactly what's on the menu. And hopefully you're not on the menu, but in a lot of cases, Black and brown people are the menu. So Michael got to sit at that table and talk about that. So glad to have you, Michael. Welcome to the Business Zone, and it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you very much for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome. So tell us about this book and your journey. And the book, everyone, is called, I don't think you guys can really see it, but it's called Urban Magic, The Vibrant Black and Brown Communities Are Possible. So tell us a little bit about this journey of your book.
So the book evolved. It was a 21-year project. That's an extremely long time to write a book, but it started based on development projects I proposed back in the Crenshaw community back shortly after the riots. And part one tends to talk about the journey of trying to develop those projects. And I did wind up building some homes in Leimert Park for some first-time buyers. And then also I did the transit. I designed the transit station in downtown Compton, the senior center. I entitled some property for a senior housing development next to it. But along the way, I've also watched other cities, Santa Monica,